Why, oh, why do you just keep going down?
It's time for Money Making Mitch. When investors need a story, we're going to the moon. Welcome to Money Mitch, where story is everything. I'm here to find you the next opportunity. It's all about the green hands. Now we all know the bull market is here to stay. Money Mitch.
What's going on, traders? Yes, it's one of those days where, yes, tears. I can only say that it was a boo, red day alert. Not the best type of day here. You're not going to see too often where you see this red light flashing. And for those out there that might have gotten a seizure, I'm sorry, man. Definitely, it was one of those days, guys, where it was tough to be out there in the market. So, hey, we'll talk about it. Let's go ahead. Let's get right into it. Let's take a look at the SPY here. It kind of did trade in a little bit of a chop zone here. Now kind of just sideways. We've talked about the daily here multiple times. Are we going to stay between this 463s and this 470? We're still sideways here. And that's not a bad area. As long as we can stay sideways here, the market isn't really crashing. Yes, I said it, guys. The market really isn't crashing right now. It's just sideways. You are seeing some struggles in some areas, especially some tech names. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the Qs. The Qs, you're seeing them definitely take a hit. Definitely did a retrace, but coming back on the day, we'll see if this can kind of hold here. We could even pull back to, let's say, back towards 390s, but we wanted to get back above 400 going into the year. Of course, this has have to do with kind of that inflation type of trade here. And you can see energy making a huge bounce back today, guys. This stock CELP kind of leading that area. Not a bad little move. Penny stock kind of stock here going up there to 170s. Keep your eyes on this one. It could get hot tomorrow and continue to move up there to $2. You can take a look here at another couple of cheap ones, GBR. But really, I mean, it was a lot of kind of back and forth action here. So we'll see what happens with these energy names. As you can see, definitely pushing on up there. CLR is kind of like the one that I would definitely watch. I did see this one push through 47. Would like to see this one pull back to 48 tomorrow. So if you're looking for some play on the upside, I do like this chart. The CLR does look good. So put this one on the radar and we'll see what happens. All right, so another area we can look at is financial services. Was going to take a look at Goldman Sachs. So let's take a look at Goldman Sachs here. So today I was pointing out a trade that I called out live. Once we started seeing the financials start bouncing up here. So I actually drew this whole trade out. I said, when we were coming down right about here, I said, can we hold this kind of 400 bottom period here and then bust out of it? We actually pushed on up. Then we got up here. I said, hold the 400, look for that breakout above 402s. That's exactly what you got here. You even got a dip here that you could have got into it. And then you can see here, push back above those 400s. Now it's up there towards 405. So look for Goldman Sachs to continue that strength tomorrow. You could also look at Bank of America. Bank of America also had a strong day. Not a bad looking chart. Also look at the daily. It is starting to push back on up through here. Now it wants to kind of hold these pullbacks. As long as it holds the pullback from here on out, you're looking bullish in these bank names. So look for pullbacks. I would look for something in the vicinity of 47.16, maybe 47.25 tomorrow. We'll see if we get that pullback in Bank of America. All right, time to catch up with the chat. What's going on, Toronto the Great? Can you confirm if the indexes are traded pre and post? Those indexes that you see on mine are usually, I think these don't trade pre and post. So they would trade with the open, so they'll gap if there was a gap. And that's why you're seeing a lot of gaps here on the chart. But these just give me kind of relevancy of how it's looking. So energy bouncing back. Still hasn't really got back bullish. It needs to get up on this area. We'll see if it continues moving. Moses from Sao Paulo. Hey, how we doing? Let's keep it going. Aaron Sachs holding Genie together. I'm with you. Hey, don't worry. We're going to get all up in Genie in a second. But hey, I'm maybe holding the wounds for the end of the show. Seizure alert, seizure alert. Asana, yeah, that one might be turning around too. What's going else out there? So Dylan talking to James. There you go. You guys have some fun. Let's take a look. What else kind of moved down today? Of course, technology definitely taking a hit. Coming down, we talked about this. Would it stop and find some support here? It did find some support. So hopefully we can find a nice pushback tomorrow and find some strength in some of these because we definitely need some. Mind Technologies had a good day, but there's really nothing there. It was a tough day there in tech. One that I did saw as it was breaking down was Tesla. I was pulling back here. I'm wondering if it continues to keep breaking down and we don't get it back up there towards that 1200. We get it closer towards that 900 entry. We'll be looking for that entry even going into the next year. If it can get into this box, we'll definitely take it. I'm actually delete these kind of supports so we can just wait for it to get in there. And if it does, we'll definitely take it somewhere in that 900 area if Tesla can pull back in there. All right, let's go ahead. Let's talk about my wounds. And yes, guys, so after today, one of the things that happened here is, so let me explain exactly my position in Genie and why I'm in Genie in the first place. So Genie to me is a long-term position. And the first position I said that if there was a SPAC that I would want to hold forever, it would be Genie. So I took it in a long-term approach, trying to gain the tax benefits and hold it over a year. As you guys can see, this one didn't turn out so great as an investment. As a trade, it would have been awesome. At one point, this was up 30%. Now I'm down close to 17% on the trade. And normally, I would never, ever get down to 17%. But since it's an investment, I'm going to hang on right now. I'm going to look to see what happens here and see if we can start bouncing back. Of course, we did get some bounce back today. Did I expect it for it to wash out today like it did? Definitely not. The earnings really weren't that bad. I mean, if you guys can look at the earnings report and find something that was bad, let me know. But at least from everything I saw in the earnings, it wasn't bad at all. They control 95% of the data for the U.S. for NFL betting. And I think that at the end of the day, Genie's going to eventually come back here. Did somebody named Kathy might have stepped in here and ruined my trade? Hey, it happens. But it's an investment. So one thing that I'm trying to do is learn how to hold over a year a stock, which really isn't something that I've never done before. I've had, like, let's say, bigger stocks, like let's say Microsoft or something like that. But none of these kind of lower plays. I'm trying to go ahead and adapt there. Hey, I bit the gun here a little bit. I'm going to definitely average down and keep trying to push it into there. Right now, I'm down towards, let's say, 1230s. So 1230 is kind of like the average right now. So we'll see if we can get on up there. I'm not too far from here, so I can still get back into the green. We'll see what happens. All right, so let's move forward from Genie. Another one that I had to get rid of today was LAZR. But this one's pulling back here, and I do think eventually you see this one pop on out. And this is going to be one of those that I'll probably regret that I sold, especially since it just filled this gap zone. So if you guys are looking for a newer play to see if it bounces back tomorrow, I do kind of like this LAZR as you kind of filled this gap. This gap was really created by that NVIDIA deal. So we'll see if LAZR can bounce back. Aaron Sachs said he took LAZR today. I think it's a good stock. I just had to get rid of it. It's kind of a little bit annoying, but just definitely needed to have the capital just in case I need it. All right, let's keep going. What's another one out there? let's take a look at some of the stocks that I was to take a look. Is auto manufacturing. It did have another strong day, so let's go ahead and take a look there. Industrials. Let's go. What do we got in industrials? Railroads moving up. If you guys haven't yet, I'm just going to take a second here. If you guys haven't yet, I did open a TikTok. So if you guys want to add me, that TikTok is at Meta Mitch. Yes, I said it, guys. Meta Mitch. And what I basically did today was I called out basic materials, and I called out two areas really: coal and steel. Coal didn't do that bad. So let's go ahead and let's take a look here at the coal trade. The coal was BTU. And so you see railroads up too. So railroads were doing good there. BTU was one of the stocks that was given today. This was an 8% gainer on the day. I said look for a move up there towards 1170s. And I thought possibly it could get to 12. Why? Because of the 80 cents on the ATR that was this morning, the average true range. So there you guys have it. It bounced on up there. Nice little move there in BTU. The other one that I called out there was, of course, it was CCW. No, it wasn't CCW. There's another one here. Well, how about this? If you want to find out what that one was, because I can't find it right now, it's definitely a cold play. There you go. That's what it was. Let's go here. HCC. Boom. I found it. HCC was the other one because I was expecting it to bounce off today, and that one had a 4% day. Not as good as BTU, but this one was also bouncing off the support. I wanted to give one that I thought could look the same kind of strength here, and this one also got a good bounce in volume. Volume is now trading like about 3 or 4 times the regular volume. So we'll see if this can continue moving on up there towards 13. This BTU and this coal. Why? Because inflation. That was really why I was playing these. All right, looking forward to you. Oh, you want to see the Mitch dance? The Mitch dance on the TikTok? You'll see it. I got you. No worries. All right, Mitch. V put in a perfect technical trade. Oh, yeah, definitely. We did put a good technical trade. Was that on Zunaid's trade? Oh no, Visa, the Visa trade. You ended up trading that one. We talked about this one. It was a good trade. I have to give it to you, man. If you're able to nail this one, we talked about this one on live trading. This was Visa. So James talking about here, so you guys can know where we're looking at. So Visa was really trading textbook sideways here. I always like when you got this kind of sideways hourly chart, and that's exactly what you got. You got an hour of sideways action. 15-minute was going sideways here, and then it pushed right back above this 196. That's what I was really looking for. That's why I drew that line, and you can tell from that breakout, it wasn't that bad. I mean, you went up there towards 199 from 196, 3 points up. That was a good little push. Do I continue to think Visa is going to be strong? I'm a little reluctant, but James, definitely for a day trade, that's a hell of a move. All right, we want to see you and the cat dancing on TikTok. Don't worry, I got you, Trade Money. I got Marley sleeping next to me, but you know how that goes. I talked about him this morning. That's Bob Marley behind me, my dog, hanging out. All right, any thoughts why SOPA was down today? Is it a good dip buy? All right, I'll take a look here. Hey, appreciate you, Bob. Don't worry, the TikTok will grow. I'll get it on up there. All right, so SOPA, this is definitely just taking that hit. Man, did this take a hit. Oof. I didn't see this one today. I thought mine took a hit today. Man, this is hard to even see. This one went down about 73% today, guys. It's down there towards 1099. Definitely getting slammed on the RSI. I would look for the RSI to get back underneath 20s, and then maybe you could start looking to see if you can dip buy into this. But this is a scary chart and a hell of a turnaround there. from up there towards 42s down there towards $10 today, 1080s. Is it a good dip buy? It's just way too scary for me. Who's not to say that this doesn't go to 5 tomorrow? So just to start in here is a little bit hard. Mitch has a cat? What? Show the cat. Hey, Hendricks, I don't know where he is right now. Yeah, I don't think he's around me right now. I'll show Hendricks. If you want to see Hendricks, you got to come to live trading tomorrow. I'll show Hendricks tomorrow on live trading. All right, let's keep going. What stocks out there? JWN. Talked about. Ouchie, wouchies. Yeah, that hurt. Is this earnings? Does Dillard's finally get hit? Guys, if Dillard's gets hit, this would be the all-time topping right now. We got to keep an eye on Dillard's, because if JWN is going to get hit like that, my question is, do we ever see this Dillard's trade turn around? Who knows, man? I'm going to be watching for this line to break on the downside. So if we can get into, let's say, into the 380s, so we'll see if this one can kind of break down and come back into that area. But Dillard's and JWN really taking a hit hard there. Their earnings must have been really bad after the report. I mean, it's a rough day to report today, right? Oof. Hard picking winners right now if you're not buying overbought megas. Yeah, it's definitely a hard one right now. Damn, JWN, why? It has to be earnings. I could probably look it up, but it's one of those days that I don't even want to look at the market anymore. Pretty good where my Genie is now. It bounced back there. You know, I bought as low as 920 today, adding to Genie. So it's a tough day out there. All right, guys, let's take a look at what strength I saw out there. I did see some strength in XPEV and LI. So keep your eyes on these plays. These have been doing decent. These EVs did push on up. Let's see if it holds this pullback we talked about. 50-10 on pullback. Look for that next push on up. NIO is another one that I'll be looking for it to continue that strength. We did push on up today. Let's look for a nice push tomorrow if the market pushes through this high. So we'll look for a nice little push through 42.75 tomorrow. Let's see if we can get that lift in NIO. Another one you can take a look at, of course, is LI. You can draw this trend line, draw it out, kind of see that you need to get right back above here, get back into the 33 area, and then above 34 tomorrow to show us that bullish push in LI. We'll see if these Chinese EVs can start making a push on up. Damn, it was super easy to pick losers. Yeah, it was definitely super easy to pick some losers today. All right, guys, so let's go ahead. Let's do some stocks from the chat. I want to cover some stocks that you guys want covered. So if you guys want cover one of these, throw it in the chat. One that I wanted to take a look at, Hertz. Look at that, down to 2022, 2210. Let's look at CAR. Did CAR finally start breaking down? No, CAR's still holding sideways there at 300. It's incredible how that's holding. AMC cracked the 40s, guys. Bad sign there. I definitely wanted to see it push on up. The market cracking down today was not what we wanted to see there. We wanted to see it get to 45. And GME also cracking away from the 250 is not what we wanted to see. So be careful there, my 8 friends out there. I don't want to see you guys get hurt. But like always, determine your own risk position. And from here on out, I'll be looking for it to get back, but it's going to be tough sledding. All right, can you please see Kroger, El Guardo? I got you. KG? KR, yeah. I don't know why I said KG after I said KR. All right, let's take a look here. KR is pushing on up there. Kroger's. This is in the defensive. So when the SPY goes down, at least sector-wise, this should go down also. So let's go ahead and let's kind of pull this up from that high moment. You can see that we're trying to get back above in this area. I think you just want to see holding for sure on any pullbacks to about, let's say, this 42.66. If that can hold on this pullback, I think you get up there towards 44 tomorrow. This is going to be one that we can keep on watch, at least for day trades. It's not going to be a monster trade, but I like these. Less volatility. It'd be nice if you could see the chart, right? I'm sorry about that. So look at KR. You had these highs right here from August 23rd. You can draw a line. You can see multiple times trying to get above here. Then when we zoom in, you can see how he tried to get above here. It just needs to hold this 42.66. Let's get it above there, see if we can get into the 44, and then get on up there. Sorry that I wasn't there explaining without the chart there. That was my fault there. All right, let's keep going. Next one up. How about the SPY? I'll get into the SPY at the end here. We got about 7 minutes till we get to cannabis insiders, so definitely smash the like and let's keep going. Dell up after hours, called out by James. Let's take a look there at Dell. Dell was a play that I wanted to play in the pandemic. I definitely missed out on that. Now up there at 56.50s. In the pandemic, it went down towards look where it went down in the pandemic. It went to 15. The reason I wanted to play this is because I knew that if 5G would come back, Dell would be a major player in 5G. And you could see it's continuing to move. I still like this. It does look like a nice little setup, especially if you just got that good earnings. Let's see if it gets on up there to 58 tomorrow. It's trading right now at 56. So let's take a look here at the 5 minute and see what we can see. As we can see, we pushed on up there to 57. I'm going to look for pullbacks in the 56 area and 55.50s tomorrow. And then I'd look for a push to 58 tomorrow on a breakout of the daily. MGA. All right. Magna. This is not a bad one to take a look at, but it's gonna be a tough kind of weekly chart. What I can see here is that you kind of tried to get back above here, but couldn't really get above. I think you might come back and test support again, which is down towards that 76.24. So for right now on this one, I don't got much on it. It looks like it's just in the sideways consolidation. MGA. When stocks are halted from the get-go, is that a sign of a buy? Which stock were you talking about? Target bounce continue into the holiday season. Let's take a look. Target. So Target is coming back there a little bit. Walmart did have a decent bounce. I wonder how it did today here. Yeah, Walmart's looking like it's coming back. Yesterday, it had a strong candle, bullish engulfing. Now got back above that high. So you just want to make sure these lows hold in Walmart. You got the 200-day moving average right below it. Now let's get back towards that 150 in Walmart. Now let's take a look at TGT. Looks like we couldn't hold those supports. So let's go ahead and just delete this right quick. Let's take a look at the weekly. The weekly, you have two tries that you've gone up here. And let's draw this as the support. And you got one try that you went down towards this level. I think you might be stuck in a little bit of a chop, but you want to get above that 262 into the 270s. So it looks like it did bottom really well there. You want to not get it below this low one more time. So that's 245. If you can hold that 245 there, get back up there to 260. It's still looking bullish right now. You see how you kind of cracked below that yesterday for a second, and now you reclaim that. You want to see that kind of hold tomorrow and then get into the 250 zone for Target. We'll see if it can get on up there. Got you. I mean, at the end of the day, today's one of those days that I'm here for you guys. If not 100%, I wouldn't be here. This would be one of those days that I'd head to the gym a little early and get some iron in. Sold my position in Hanger, Adam said. Hey, let's take a look at Hanger, HNGR. Let's take a look there. Pulling back there, not a bad position there. What was your position and why were you in Hanger? Looks like it was trying to get back towards that 200-day, but definitely fighting down here. So hey, whichever way, if it was a winner or loser, you make your own decisions, Adam. And if you felt today was the day to sell it, go ahead and sell out. Is Snap finally turning? Let's take a look here. Snap is trying monthly supports now. So you guys can take a look here. We'll delete one of these lines so it gets a little bit clearer here. And I would want it to at least hold this monthly support. So 48 on the downside. Today, you did see that kind of action go through multiple times. 1, 2, 3. Look for one more time to get down there below 48 and then recover. What I mean is a tick down and then immediately back above 48, not cracking that when it gets right back above it. Then I'd hold that 48 on the downside, and you could maybe see that bounce get caught there. Like always, Dylan, I'll definitely be here regardless if I win or lose. I mean, at the end of the day, hey, we got to keep battling because I'm going to keep trading. That's one thing that I definitely have learned this year is I know how to make money. Now it's time to go ahead and know when to push the gas and know when to press the brake. Now, long-term investing, I ain't doing too hot. So maybe I won't say that I'm a great long-term investor, but trader this year, I've done great. Awesome. Just to kind of put it in perspective, about 30% on the overall count in the trading. Now, investing, we won't get into Genie, but we'll just keep battling here like we always do on Money Mitch. And at the end of the day, Money Mitch is about swing trading mainly because we use our day trades to kind of get out of risky positions. We go ahead and try to swing trade. A lot of times I'm looking for about 20% on the upside, about maximum 5 to 10% on the risk. A lot of times I don't even get to that 10%. A lot of it is underneath 5%. And so we look towards that 20% as being that 4-to-1 return at minimum. We're looking for a 3-to-1 return on these trades. We're going to keep battling and like always looking for new trades. If you guys got one, definitely bring it to Money Mitch. And you guys can always find me on Twitter and smash up. Now you can find me on TikTok. Who would have thunk it? All right, guys, stick around. We'll see what happens to DraftKings. I'll talk about that going into tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be on, guys. Yes, I have Money Mitch on tomorrow at 4:30. 4:30. Don't miss out, guys. I think it's going to be an important one because if we have a big rip back in the market, hey, hopefully we can have a good turkey. Good turkey day. All right, guys, share some gravy out there with your friends and let them know about Money Mitch so that we can keep building this community. You know, one thing I don't want to do is lose this show right here, Money Mitch. So I need you guys out there smashing that like, hitting the share button, and letting everyone know where the best show on Benzinga is. It's right here. It's Money Mitch. We'll keep going, guys. We'll see you guys next time.